Yeah, we have. We've got Lena and Sutcliffe won't play, and we will play Mays and Motlop.
Are you close at all?
Yeah, Brad's cleared and right to go. He'll have a competitive training session on Saturday, but the team's been in pretty good form, so it's a position that Brad will work his way back into, I hope.
And Mott's obviously missed a couple of weeks of with that bad ankle. He's back up to speed. All good?
Yeah, he's nearly right last week, and we gave him the extra bit of training, like we did with Lysett the week before. We were somewhat cautious, but optimistic about this week, and he's ready to go.
Does that mean, I suppose, with Blood at the end of things, just no spot for him at the moment?
Yeah, that's the number one thing. I mean, we've based on, as much as anything, we've got a couple of boys who are coming back, and Maisie's only missed one game. Motts has missed a few more games, but we think what we need with Stephen, with Connor out of the side, is important to bring Stephen back in.
Would you have picked that sort of 6 months ago, a healthy Brad Ebert who's been so good this time?
Yeah, I think that's probably not the right way to frame. I think it's given Brad some confidence too. Again, he's had another head knock that's we're really mindful. He's clear and medically he's fine to go. So I think we're trying to give him an opportunity to just make sure he's got real confidence in his own ability to perform, which I'm sure he has. But this has just been cautious for Brad. It's not don't write it that Brad's not a good player and not a player that we'd value to have back in our side.
Has that confidence, does it take a dent with the number of head knocks that he's had? But does he have to talk to people about it, or is it just as going through it and the motions of the training?
Yeah, I think for Brad it's as much doing it a little bit more and just being able to, he's got all the confidence in the world in our medical team and the people who are advising him on all those things. So once he's cleared, and which he has been cleared, he's now just going to gain some confidence in himself.
Feel a bit fresher as a squad team, given you've had a couple of days.
Sorry, I didn't get the first part.
Do you feel a bit fresher going into this game than you had previously?
Yeah, I feel all right. I'm not sure about the boys. Look, I think it's reasonable to assume that we'd be feeling a little bit fresher. We've had a good training week, so we get an opportunity this week to go up there, touch fresher perhaps.
Obviously back, fully recovered from that ankle, and is it always a nice incentive to bring him back against the former team? Or does that count?
Yeah, it doesn't count now really. I think once you've done that the first time, I reckon it doesn't really matter that much. I think Stephen's just as he should be committed to his place in our team and hopefully helping us continue on winning games of footy.
You've been phenomenal in this sort of condensed period. Was there any temptation to rest a few of the other senior players like both you or others?
No, we did approach this and we weren't sure how it was going to play out and how our players were going to recover, but what we've found all the way through is that the condition of our players and the condition of our conditioning staff have done with them is put them in a really healthy position. We've had a couple of injuries, but outside of that we've pretty much been able to recover, feel like we're ready to play, whether that was 4 days, 5 days or this week 6 days.
Your feeling of injuries are really never. We've been seeing guys around the league go down, obviously Tony Today across the road for the rest of the season, high profile players. Was there a feeling for you that we just sort of hope we get lucky?
Oh, no, not so much. I think footy seasons, collision injuries, soft tissue injuries, they happen every time the longer the season goes. And, I know we're only at round 12, but we're in August and these blokes have been training since November. So, injury happened from a number of reasons, wear and tear, as I said, collisions, they're unavoidable. You just hope you get a good run as best you can.
Did you have any comfort, Ken, personally, that you obviously trigger that clause in the contract beyond next year?
No, I'm fine. It's been well and truly documented from the start of the year. It's no news to me. It's just move on.
It doesn't get discussed at all, plays there.
It doesn't need to be. Everyone knows. It's simple. It's taking care of itself. As I said at the start, it'll take care of itself.
And that must be a sense of pride or joy for you to know that it's one less thing to worry about.
I'm not convinced that anything's been taken care of yet. I think we've got a job to do still as a footy team, and if we lose focus on that, there's some risk that other things go wrong.
Is it then, not to harp on about this, but is it then fair to assume that as soon as the final spot is sealed, or at the end of the regular season, that it will be ticked off and announced, or the formal proceedings will be taken care of?
The fascination I have is there's nothing to be announced. It's a contract. For me, the contract was signed a long time ago and everything was in place then, as is in place now. Business as usual. I suppose the fascination has been, it's been brought up earlier about the trigger in the contract. It's done. It's taken care of itself.
Purely on an emotional level, Kenny, what does it mean to you when you hear folks like Trump spoke yesterday? We had just Trump in your course saying how good you've been for this group for such a long time. What does that mean to you?
You play your role within the group, and I'm pleased that, and I'm equally as grateful to everyone that's been a part of our staff and our players, that everyone collectively at this footy club continue to work together, and in good times and in bad. We know what footy's like.
What does it say about the sort of culture that I suppose you and players help build together?
I think it says a lot about the whole footy club. I think it says that we work really hard to be connected as we possibly can as a football club, and we understand the value of just being good people as best we can.
How much does the being connected and the culture that every sort of team strive to have, how much does that translate into results? Because obviously you're having results.
Yeah, I think they play a massive part. I think they're really important to any outcomes you can achieve or can't achieve, and I think it's a really big part of the game today, more than ever before.
Ken, I think last time we spoke to you, you said when you take on Richmond, you'd obviously pay them respect, but you'd take them on Martin and Co. This week it's Guthrie, Nagola, Dangerfield,
Selwood,
Duncan,
Hawkins.
Selwood. Yeah,
There's a lot of them.
So is it the same mentality? You just say, we'll pay you respect when we back out, once you just take you on?
Yeah, we have to. We have to play the game that we want to play. We understand Geelong's been such a great team, and their great weapons at the moment appears that they have this amazing ability to take things off sides. That's our challenge. They're going to try and take some stuff off us that we hopefully can put out there that they can't stop. So, we're going to have our hands full, no doubt.
And Rosie, just another week or two away with that?
Yeah, look, without knowing exactly the time frame for Connor, a week or two makes a bit of sense to me. It's just a matter of once it becomes basically pain-free from a walking point of view, which he feels pretty good already this week, so because he didn't play a game, so I wouldn't imagine it'd be much more than another week.
Can you expect Zach Butters to be as good as quickly as he has been?
He's a unique footballing person. He's one of the people that that are going to give everything to be as good as they can possibly be, as quick as they can. His appetite for football is crazy good. He just wants it all the time, and he wants to watch it, see it, play it, talk it, walk it, and he's always going to be a pretty good player. He was a high pick in the draft. We're pretty excited about what he's been able to bring, along with Xavier, along with Connor, along with Mitch this year, and our number of younger players, Todd Marshall, Pow Pepper. They've all been able to keep getting better, and I think Zach's certainly continuing to get better, and we'll get better from here.
Touched on Max's point about the culture and how long he's been able to do it. Were there times when it may not have been going to plan and it felt like it's sort of a long road back to here? Because from our point, it feels like an overnight quick, and also you're top of the ladder. But has it taken a long time?
Yeah, it's taken time. It's taken some decision making at difficult times where you've had to make some tougher or braver decisions, and we're nowhere yet. We understand that we've got a good position on the ladder this year, but the success of a football club is long-term success. It's not one season or 12 games. We continue to work at it, but we know that down the path of, as you say, culture and connection and values, you're more likely to get there than not.
So when does nowhere become somewhere?
Oh, when you have something that's real that you can talk about, and at the moment it's half a season. Got a long way to go.
And you know anything about the next fixture block, I think, today or two away?
Yeah, no, we don't, other than what's in front of everyone. But I'm like you, I expect it'll be pretty condensed again, I'd imagine, and for 2 or 3 weeks. And we know who the teams are now, because now we're starting to get to the point where we haven't played teams and there's only 4 or 5 left to play. So we know who the teams are, we just don't know what order they're in.
Is there anything you would like to see, whether that be playing in a certain place or breaks, or anything that you think the competition from Port Adelaide's point of view needs going forward?
No, as long as the competition keeps going, we'll be a part of it, and we'll play our role in it, and wherever that is and whenever that is, we're happy to accept it.
Because it is down to home finals, Ken. Obviously, a few Melbourne teams will say we can't have a home final. You'd be saying, well, hang on.
Yeah, again, if we're purely talking about what would be good for South Australia, it'd be good to have finals in South Australia for everyone in South Australia, and that would be great. But I think there's some appreciation towards what Queensland have been able to do for football, but if you want me to push for a South Australian final, I'd love them.
In terms of earning a home qualifying a home prelim final, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think this year's a bit different in earning and not earning and all those things. I think the competitions had to do different things all the way through. If for South Australia and for football in South Australia, if there was a final here, regardless of whether it was Port Adelaide, if we can have fans of football here, I think more people that can see that would be great for the game itself. Now, if we were to play some part, that would be great. But I think a final in South Australia itself would be good.
Sit right really if you finish top of the table, top two, and don't get to play a final in the open round.
It's a different year, totally different year. We'll accept what we have to, and that is hopefully we're a part of it, and we'll turn up where we have to turn up. Getting close. Yeah, he's getting close. Again, it's probably another week. It might be another 2, but it's not too far away. But he's certainly progressed.
What's the key to disrupting that players you touched on? They keep that possession so well. So what do you have to be particularly aware of against them?
Oh no, they've got so many strengths. The most experienced team out there. We heard all the numbers last week when they were playing. I think there's 7 blokes over 30 and average games are 140 plus. They've got such great experience, and you've got to keep at it for 4 quarters because their experience doesn't go away at any stage through those 4 quarters. And they've been a great club, led really well by Chris, and they're going to be hard work for any side, and it's for us tomorrow night to take it on.
Particularly that style, like you have to get forward, put the pressure right in their faces.
Well, you got to, in any game of football, you've got to try and get it back off them as quick as you can and go at them when you get a chance to. But they seem to have this remarkable ability to slow everyone down and do it at their pace a bit. We've got to try and challenge that.